再度挑戦すれば再度サイドテスト
なんだよこの Virgin Alert!
Have you ever found a movie or a show that is so niche but it hits just the right spot? Something you didn't think someone would actually make, or if it was made, it probably wouldn't be popular or that good? Well, that happened to me a little over a year ago now, when I discovered How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. This is a show that hits a particular niche that I haven't seen done this well. It's just about health and fitness. Yeah, that's it. It's technically a sports anime, but it's not about martial arts or other combat sports like boxing or karate. It's not about competing in a game or tournament or a match and trying to win. No, it's literally about dieting and exercising, and I fucking love it. And at this point, I watch it on like a nearly daily basis, either before the gym or after the gym, and I don't know what I would do without it at this point. I'm addicted to it like I am with energy drinks and femboys.
No, really, it's serious. It's a problem.
Okay, so then what is this show? What's it about? What's its origin? And who's the madman behind it? Well, we're gonna go over that now. And hopefully it incentivizes you guys to check it out and give it a shot. Even if you aren't into health and fitness, it's still a pretty fun watch regardless. But if you are an active gym goer, or focusing on your physical health, it makes it that much better. So How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift was created by, oh boy, I should say this now. I suck at pronouncing names that are in English, so just know that I'm probably gonna butcher these Japanese names. So cut me some slack. So it was created by Yabuko Sandrovich back in 2016. If that name sounds familiar, or it probably doesn't because I pronounced it wrong, that's because it's the same creator of Kenjin Ashura, if you're familiar with that. And a bonus fact, How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift and Kenjin Ashura take place in the same universe. It's been confirmed, and there are small references to each other in the mangas. And also there's a few character appearances. Even his new manga, Star Strike It Rich, also takes place in the same universe, which is a pretty interesting manga that I might talk about in the future. I didn't know where else to put this information, so I'm just doing it now. And one thing I will say after looking at more of his work, the dude definitely loves the human body. I respect that. Now, even though he's the creator and writer, the art is actually done by Ma'am?
It's ma'am! It is ma'am!
And I gotta say, the art's pretty damn good. Similar to Kenjin Ashura, it's very detailed at times, and other times it's just really hilarious and over the top. And a lot of this actually carries over into the anime, but we'll get more into that later. So the manga started in 2016, and then it was picked up and produced by Doga Kobo in 2019 for a 12-episode run. And despite only having 12 episodes, the manga actually has 19 volumes and is still ongoing. It receives new chapters every now and again. And the most recent volume actually released in September of 2023, though we haven't gotten an official English translation for several volumes yet, so the show doesn't even cover like half of what's available out there. So what's the show about? Well, I'll tell you, viewer. It's about a high school girl named Sakura Hibiki who wants to lose some weight, so she decides to join the gym to get into shape, where she meets one of her classmates and one of the best characters in the whole show, Mr. Machio. And then from there, she goes on a fitness journey with her friends and even her cosplaying teacher. And that's about it. You take health, fitness, comedy, and sprinkle some movie references on top, and what do you get? A show I watch to an unhealthy degree that I just can't live without.
You complete me.
What makes the show so fascinating is not only is it a very simple and honestly niche premise, but the fact that it actually takes steps to educate the viewer. It's not really just about pumping iron and watching characters do crazy unrealistic feats, though that does happen. No, it actually puts in some real health, fitness, and nutrition facts. It tries to inform you about exercising, some dieting tips, muscle recovery, and even takes it to outside of the gym and shows you stuff you can just do at home or in your day-to-day life at like parks or on a hike. I was actually taken aback by the first time I saw this because I was just shocked they went the extra mile by adding in all this information. And most of it is actually pretty solid. There are a few things that I think are a little inaccurate, like for example, the anabolic window. They say it's like 30 minutes after a workout, but there's no real designated time. Some say like over an hour or more actually. But other than that, most of the information it presents is pretty useful. But it's not just the content that I like, it's how it's presented. Like they actually tell you a lot of this information through these like TV home workout video presentations. It's a really nice touch. And just on top of that, the show is pretty ridiculous at times and just really funny. I like the humor because it's not all sexual based humor like you probably expect. There is some, but it's not a whole lot, and the fan service is never actually crazy. It's more so funny from how over the top the reactions are. So much so that they'll sometimes switch art or animation styles just for a quick gag, and there's usually a fourth wall breaking joke in like every episode. It also sprinkles in different references to movies and other manga, as well as celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jason Statham. You combine all these things together, and it makes for a really fun viewing experience. Another thing that many might think is rather odd is that there is no villain or antagonist. Hell, each character is likable, from the main cast to the side characters. And just when you think there's gonna be a villain or maybe some sort of like big important arc, nope, it takes a left turn and resolves it rather quickly. The only thing that is consistent throughout the whole show is Hibiki's desire to get into shape. And that's really the only arc or main drive for the entire show. Each episode just consists of the girls going to the gym or going outside, and the show just finds ways to include strength training, health and fitness facts, and some home workouts. And like I already mentioned, a lot of it is pretty useful. And as for like character growth, everyone remains kind of stagnant, which isn't a problem because I think they're all incredibly likable just the way they are. Of course, Hibiki goes through the biggest change because she still is like the main protagonist, and she starts off not liking going to the gym, but she eventually learns to love it. And through going to the gym, she meets some new people, has some new experiences that she thought she would never have, and her confidence is boosted. So yeah, overall the characters don't change that much, but I don't mind it because I think they're perfectly entertaining just the way they are. I seriously can't think of a negative thing to say about the show, except for maybe that there's only 12 episodes, and there's no season 2 in sight at all. That's the only frustrating part, because there's definitely a lot of source material they can work with. This is easily one of my favorite animes, which is bound to surprise a lot of people, but it fills a certain niche that I haven't seen done this well before. Closest thing would probably be Plus Sized Elf, which is very similar except it's with fantasy elves and creatures, and they're the ones trying to get into shape. It's a pretty fun read, and it's actually getting an anime later this year, so that's gonna be pretty awesome.
I'ma eat it.
But I know the show definitely isn't for everyone. A series about girls going to the gym doesn't sound all that interesting, and if you're not already into working out, then you probably won't enjoy it as much as someone else who does. But I seriously think that if you just check it out and give it a few episodes, you can still enjoy yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about a show that I absolutely love. It's an odd choice, but from the simple and fun concept, to the characters, to the jokes and gags, to the fun and over-the-top animation, to the fourth wall breaks, it just does something for me that very few shows do. I can literally watch any episode and just enjoy myself. Hell, I don't even mind the English dub. It actually helps with following along when they're explaining each workout, but also since it's a comedy, it makes it easier to catch all the jokes. Bro, I like it so much that I actually got some t-shirts. Definitely gonna be wearing these to the gym. And I also own it on Blu-ray. And in the bonus features, it actually comes with 2 home workouts. It's honestly not that bad. It's mostly the workout segments from the end of each episode, placed in a certain order to target certain muscle groups, with some new footage and images in between. But it's actually a decent set of workouts. I had to try them out for myself, and they're not that bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. At the end of each episode, there's a workout session, and it's always whatever they covered in the episode. Again, I just really appreciate that they went the extra mile by doing stuff like this. Yeah, I don't really have shit else to say. I just want to spend some time and share with you one of my personal favorite animes, and hopefully you guys check it out too. For me, it's a good motivator to get me going to the gym when I just don't feel like it. And even if you don't have any desire to work out, I do think it's still a pretty fun time. It's just even more fun if you are actively going to the gym yourself. Alright, that's it. I'm done here. Nice bulk.
I'm gonna make you boys strong.
Griffith!
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. Do you not understand? It's time to pile on the white rabbit, you know, dirty the snow.